What's up? I'm B and welcome to my channel. Happy Friday, everybody. We made it. I'm ready for the weekend for sure, and I hope you are ready to have a good weekend too. So, this is a Friday night stream where we just kind of hang out, talk about topics that were suggested by you, and just hang out, have a chat, talk about things that are currently going on in the YouTube sphere. And today we are talking about Anna Campbell. This is something that a lot of you guys have wanted to talk about. It was the most commented topic on the post I put on my community tab last Sunday, which is a thing I'm doing now. On Sundays, I will put out just a post saying, hey, if we're able to do a live stream on Friday, leave your suggestions down below. So be on the lookout for that. And let's say hi, because I see y'all are commenting. Hi, Kiki. Hi, Olive Thunderbird. Hi, Kaz. Olive Thunderbird said YouTube actually notified me for once. Well, yay. Here, I need to, adjust this, because there's a glare. There we go. I can't, see your guys' names. There we go. Kiki Yeehaw said, the situation is horrifying, for sure. Christina said, hello, all. Hope y'all have a good day/night. Little Breezy Brazil, sup B, how are you doing today? I am good. I am tired. It has been a wild, busy, emotionally draining week, and I am so glad that it is over. And we have a 3-day weekend because of Independence Day, so I'm happy. I'm ready. All right. Hi, Genevieve. Hi, Marmaduke Scarlet. Hi, UA. UA said, been a while since I caught a live. Hope y'all are having a good day. Well, I'm happy you caught this one. And let's let everybody just have a few more minutes to get in, get acquainted, say hello, and then we'll get into the topic. If y'all have a win for the week that you want to share, feel free to put it in the comments so we can celebrate you. Put it in the chat. And my win for the week is what's my win for the week? I should have thought of this before I came on. Oh, you know what? I know what my win for the week is. Monks has had great reports from school all week, or from daycare all week, and that makes me very happy, because sometimes he gets a little bit rambunctious, and sometimes he comes home with reports that do not make me very happy. So I'm excited that he's had good reports all week, and I hope today his report is good too. Pink Circle 08 said, are you going to save this stream? Yes. As always, the stream will stay up. It takes a little bit to process, I've noticed. Maybe like an hour or two after the live ends. If you try and watch it right after, it's really choppy or keeps pausing. So it does take a little bit of time to process and fully be ready to watch, but it will stay up. Kaz said, just started my new job at the library this week. Yay, congratulations. I hope you are loving it. Marmaduke Scarlet said, new mattress and a dehumidifier. Ugh, a new mattress. There is nothing better than getting a new mattress. It just feels so clean and comfy and cozy. Ugh. I'm bummed because, total side note, we got a new mattress, probably 4 or 5 years ago, and it is the best mattress in the entire world, but they don't make it anymore. And I don't know why. I think probably because it's a memory foam mattress, but it's lesser known than brands like Purple or Tufted Needle, stuff like that. It was called the Dream Mattress, and we got it at Mattress Firm. Ugh, I don't know what I'm gonna do when this one goes out. But congratulations on your new mattress. Kiki said, my win for the week is that my aquarium is set up with all the fish I was wanting, and I'm having a lot of fun with taking care of them. That's so fun. Olive Thunderbird said, my future mother-in-law is coming to visit to help get ready for my wedding in 15 days. 15 days! Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. UA said, my country went off lockdown this week. That's my win. Yay! Bunny Janie said, hi everyone, finally making it to one of these. Hello, welcome. Pink Circle 08 said, I got a new job as well, start in 2 weeks. Yay, that is awesome. Congratulations, everybody. We have some really great wins in here. Okay, so I know we just got all excited about everybody's wins, but now we got to get into something serious. And We're going to watch at least one video. We might watch two when we talk about this, and I've noticed that if I like screen record a video and then try to play it on a live, it's just so quiet. And even when I do that for like my videos, I always have to go in and end up messing with the audio. So we're gonna watch the video straight from YouTube. There is no censoring. Like this entire stream might get demonetized, which is fine because we need to talk about it, but like y'all know I do not swear on my channel. I try to keep language pretty family friendly in case you have littles in the room or parents who don't like certain language listening. That's not going to be the case with this stream. Whatever language comes out, comes out. If we end up watching Natalia Taylor's video, there's some really upsetting things in there, so just be forewarned. I am laying a blanket trigger warning over this whole thing. This situation is disgusting. And we are going to be talking about domestic violence, drug use, abuse, assault, so many different things, mental health, addiction, like lots and lots of things in here. So I am putting that trigger warning out here. If this is a video that you feel you cannot watch or a stream that you feel you cannot participate in, I totally understand. Protect yourself first, look out for yourself first, but I am putting that blanket warning out here. I cannot I cannot say like what might come out of my mouth because I get real. That's to say, protect yourself, protect your mental health. Let's get into it. If you know what is going on with Anna Campbell and this whole situation, put a 1 in the chat. If you are brand new to it, let's get a 2. That'll give me a little bit of info about how much background I have to give to this situation before we get into watching Maddie's video. And we're going to watch Maddie's. Okay. Maddie is a former fan of Anna Campbell, and she has a really important experience to share. So we will watch hers. She's got 48,000 views on this, but I feel like the more people know about it, the better. All right, we got a lot of 1s, a few 2s. I'm just going to give like brief overview before we get into it. So Anna Campbell is a 28-year-old YouTuber. The fact that Anna is older than me is mind-blowing. Like, not that much. She's a year older than me. But, like, thinking about... Let me backtrack. Anna Campbell is a 28-year-old YouTuber. She was on Tana Mojo's collab channel, Trash. She used to date Natalia Taylor, who is another big YouTuber currently. She's dated several other people who are in the public sphere at this point, in the YouTube sphere anyway, and the majority of people who she has dated have come out with some pretty upsetting accusations about her, and Anna's response is just to kind of deflect and deny and play the victim card in a lot of it, and really not take any accountability. She's talking about how these girls are defaming her and how she's been talking to lawyers, which, great. Like, talk to as many lawyers as you want, because if you're telling the lawyers the same information you're putting out on YouTube, you're not telling them the full story. So they can sit there and say, oh my God, yes, of course you have a case. But when they hear the other side of it, I think their opinion might change a little bit. And if you get a lawyer who requires, she hasn't attained a representative, she hasn't attained a lawyer yet, but she's gotten consultations. If she were to retain a lawyer, there's kind of like, from my understanding, my limited understanding, because I had to get a lawyer for the first time ever last December, but there are like two kinds. Either one that's going to take a retainer straight off the bat, and another that is going to have a contingency plan, as in, I hear your case, I think you have a good enough case, let's take it to court, let's try and settle this, and then I'll take a percentage. And so if she's not looking at a contingency fee lawyer, another lawyer could think, hey, maybe she has a case, maybe not, but without having the full info, they could just take your case because they know they're going to get paid either way because they're requiring money up front. So the fact that she's talking about, oh, all these lawyers say I have a case, cool, let's see what the judge says. Let's see how your lawyer feels once he gets the full information. Yeah, so she is absolutely not taking full accountability, and Yeah, she's just denying it. This has been going on for a while. I remember last year watching a very long video that Anna put out. It was like a 2-part thing talking about how she's kind of blameless and is really mad that people are accusing her of the things that they are accusing her of. But I've seen enough like proof and firsthand experience that I'm standing with the people who are accusing Anna of these things. Of course, everybody can have their own opinion, but it's kind of one of those things where, it's not like drama, but if you kind of compare it to Gabby Hanna, not saying that the things they have done are similar, but the situation where it's like if everybody has a problem with you or if everybody has a similar story about you, at what point can we just say, like, it's safe to assume that they're not all lying, right? So Christina said lawyers can't help the public backlash from truth coming out. Yeah, it's not defamation if it's truth. Olive Thunderbird said this is a situation where if she's smart, she won't take accountability because this stuff is criminal. Fair enough. I mean, that's true. But to come on here and, like, just bash her exes and say that they're all lying is really gross. Yeah. So, essentially, the allegations are pretty varied, but there's a lot of information coming about like inappropriate relationships with underage fans. There were group chats where Anna sent inappropriate images and photos, and the language that she used was really just not okay. 1, because you're talking to minors, and 2, because you are in a place of power and people are going to go along in those group chats because they are your fans with whatever vibe you set. Like, you have a responsibility to the people in your audience to set an appropriate standard of behavior, and she really just didn't do that. So we're going to take a look at Maddie's video. Let me go ahead and move this over here. And I'm very long-winded, so I'm just going to let her tell her story, and then we're probably going to go into Natalia's video because it's important for people to see, and plus these are criminal allegations, and so I'm going to let them tell it from their perspective. Let me know if the volume is okay once we get playing on this.
I would like to thank Natalia Taylor, Taylor Lynn, and Kaylee Jade for inspiring me to make this video. All 3 of you are some of the strongest and bravest people I know, and I'm so proud of you for sharing your stories. I also want to thank you for representing me and standing by me. I, too, am a victim of Anna Campbell. Up until very recently, I have stayed silent about the emotional torture I have endured from this woman for the past 5 years. I was only 16 when I became close with Anna. She groomed me and
was 16 when she became close with Anna, who was an adult at the time.
Emotionally abused and manipulated me from the age of 16 until recently. Anna Campbell sent sexually explicit photographs and messages to me and my friends in the Anna's Assholes and Natana's Nuggets group chat.
Let me see if I can turn it up. If not, I'll just move the mic closer. Here. I'm just going to push it over here, and then I'll lean forward if I need to interject.
Chats. She often sent us lingerie photos and hickey photos of herself, gave us masturbation tips, told us about her sexual experiences, and made...
To a 16-year-old, and I get it, like, maybe she didn't check the age, she didn't, like, ask for age verification, but I think a good rule of thumb is when you don't know somebody's age, like, especially in a situation like this, just assume that they're underage. Just assume that they are children. Do not send stuff like that to them. Masturbation tips? Are you kidding me? To your fans?
Sexually suggestive comments towards us. The majority of us were minors. Some of them were 12 years old. Anna Campbell developed a very close and personal relationship to me. She knew that I did not have a good relationship with my mother and wanted to be an adult figure in my
common thread, common theme,
a life that I could trust. She called me her daughter all the time and made me feel like I finally had a loving motherly figure.
That's okay. I know I'm like literally every second, but she called me her daughter all the time. Look, there's been allegations of Anna Campbell grooming people. I'm not going to straight up accuse anybody of that, but you have to know what you are doing when you call somebody your daughter and you put yourself in that position. You know she has a bad relationship with her mom, and you say like, oh, well, like, you're like my daughter, but then you're gonna send lingerie photos? How does that make sense? Hi, Cassidy. Cassidy said she just shouldn't have sent that to her fans, even if they were of age. Yeah, literally, like, it's inappropriate anyway, but especially knowing that there were kids in there who were 12.
Figure in my life. She always told me that I was the special one to her, that I
The
was number
special
one in her
one.
heart, and that nobody could replace me. She constantly told me that I was her Maddie. Anna Campbell told me many of her secrets. She would also tell me secrets about her exes. She vented to me all the time about her drug use, mental health, relationship issues, family issues, etc. I always wanted to be there
To a fan who was under the age of 18. Like, to a fan. I get that, like, maybe the topic of parasocial relationships wasn't at, like, the forefront of everybody's minds. What, she's 21 now, so, like, 6 years ago or 5 years ago? I get it. Like, I get that, like, relationships might have been different, and you might not be thinking of yourself in terms of, like, well, I'm an influencer and I have more power than her. But at the same time, like, think logically about it. Think logically about the fact that this is a fan who looks up to you. You've put yourself in the position of playing a motherly role for her because she doesn't have a good relationship with her mom. And you're going to come to her and talk to her about these really sensitive things. Those should be reserved for people in your personal life who are at the same maturity and developmental level as you. Brianna said, thank you for talking about Anna Campbell. Of course, it literally is not okay. It needs to be talked about. And I know that there are a lot of people putting videos out there, but I'm like, the more people who can talk about this, the better. Olive Thunderbird said, if it wasn't so sexually creepy, I would say that she was trying to be the cool mom. I guess. I mean, yeah, like, I can see that vibe of, like, ooh, I'm the cool mom. But, like, she was in her early 20s when she first met Maddie, so it's like, maybe be like the cool aunt? I don't know. And don't do anything sexually creepy or suggestive to your fans. Don't send anything. Don't say anything like that. That's weird. That's inappropriate. It's not okay.
For her because there was nobody I loved more than Anna. Although I was always there for her, she was not there for me the way that she claimed that she would be. Keep in mind that I was
There was another video that I'm going to let her keep telling her story because this is important, but I saw another video where Maddie was saying that she would, like, tweet things out that were kind of cryptic or about, like, having a bad day, going through a rough time, and Anna would be like, oh my god, message me, DM me, and then Maddie would, and Anna would, like, go off about stuff in her own life. And so Maddie's like, I thought you told me to DM you so you could talk to me about what was going on in my life, but okay, like, what is she gonna say to that? She doesn't want to lose Anna's favor.
Kid carrying the burden of all of Anna's problems as well as my own. She treated me like her therapist and would flaunt me to her audience, claiming that she was always there for me, when behind the scenes it was always me that was there for her. She was in her mid-20s and we talked every day for years. Anna Campbell would turn me against anyone that she did not like and would not let me associate with anyone that she wasn't associated with anymore. She turned me against so many people, including Natalia Taylor, Taylor Lynn, and Sarah Watts. In fact, when I met Natalia Taylor at Playlist Live DC 2017, Anna told me that she was hurt and made me delete the photos that I posted. Anna Campbell love-bombed me and used it against me every time I've ever tried to tell her how she was hurting me. Anytime I've ever tried to speak up, she would bring up a list of everything she's done for me, including buying me stuff,
That is disgusting. Like, you do not get to invalidate somebody's feelings because you did something nice for them. That is manipulative. Christina said, don't forget she claims to be a mental health professional. Right. She talks about with her girlfriends, like, introducing them to drugs, being like, I'm just so knowledgeable. I'm so aware of all this stuff and how it can impact you, so trust me. And then they have terrible experiences, and she expects not to be held accountable for that.
Spending time with me in private, giving me her only piece of merchandise, taking me to the club, etc. She would also threaten suicide to me when I would try to speak up publicly about
Not
the things that she
okay.
has done to me.
Ever.
She constantly gaslit me and made me believe that she was doing nothing wrong, and constantly reassured me that there was nothing wrong between us. I was crying myself to sleep every night because of Anna Campbell, in fear of hurting or betraying her. There was nobody.
Can you imagine, like, telling a fan of yours who is in high school that you're gonna kill yourself because she's upsetting you? Honestly, think about that. Think about the manipulation that goes into that. Think about the guilt that you're trying to instill in her and the fear that you are trying to instill in her. And I'm not a mental health professional. I don't know what's going on in the mind of somebody who is threatening suicide. I would never say somebody's not suicidal, but using the threat of suicide to get what you want is disgusting to me. It is incredibly manipulative, and it is not okay. And this is a common theme from Anna that we see, like, she's making me suicidal. You're making me suicidal. Oh, you want me to get off this live because I'm going through a tough time? Watch me get off this live. Watch me get off this live. It'll be the last time you ever see me again. Like, this is a common thread, and it is not okay.
Who I cared about more than Anna. I spent $4,000 on Anna Campbell when I was still a minor. I did take responsibility for all the money I chose to give her. However, Anna accepted the money from me every time and knew that the reactions that she was giving me would make me want to keep giving her more. She knew what she was doing.
The fact that this girl is like a victim of manipulation from Anna Campbell and can come on here and, like, she shouldn't have to take responsibility for giving her money. She was a kid and she was trying to do what she thought Anna liked because she looked up to her so much. And Anna was giving her a positive reaction for that. But the fact that this girl is 21 and saying, like, I'm taking responsibility for my part, and Anna just denies everything is wild to me. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so let me know, but Sie Magenia? I don't know. I'm sorry. Let me know, like, phonetically how to say your name. Said the mental health professional thing is just so ridiculous. A mental health professional addicted to hard drugs.
Anna Campbell invited me and my other friend, who was also a fan of her, to spend a weekend with her in Boston when I had just turned 18. During this weekend, Anna got me drunk despite me telling her prior that I did not want to drink. She pressured me and coaxed me into drinking, knowing that I had a hard time saying no to her because I was afraid of disappointing her. She was also aware of the fact that drug and alcohol addiction runs in my family and that my dad died from it. She knew that I liked to be careful around drugs and alcohol, yet she pressured me anyways. I was freshly 18. I often felt like Anna's life was riding on me. She silenced me and made me feel...
So she's 21 now, 18, 3 years ago. Anna's 28, so she would have been 25. A 25-year-old pressuring an 18-year-old to drink, knowing that she has a hard time saying no to her, and that her dad passed away from that. Kat M said, suicidal threats are a big part of narcissistic abuse, not claiming 100% it's that, but it sounds very familiar. Yeah, I mean, again, we can't diagnose anybody, we can't, like, say, like, this is what it is, but it sounds very familiar.
I feel like I was just imagining the way that she was treating me. I was a child when everything started. I am now 21 years old, and I have finally broken free from Anna Campbell's manipulation. Up until recently, I have still been wrapped around her finger. Yep. I had still been the one person who she thought would never leave her side because she knew how to get into my head. And
Christina said Maddie was not legally allowed to drink in the States at 18. Nope, she wasn't, so she basically coerced her into committing a crime. She could have gotten in trouble. She could have gotten a minor in consumption or a minor in possession charge for drinking at 18, but whatever, it's fine. It's fine, just drink, Maddie.
Keep me around. Now that I have recently decided to come forward, she has tried to manipulate and gaslight me again, but this time I am not falling for it. My username back in the day was Strong for Anna, but I am now proud to say that I am strong for myself. I am strong for Mads. To hear more about my story in detail, as well as the other fans affected by Anna Campbell, there is a YouTube channel who made a video, which I will be linking below. All of Anna Campbell's survivors deserve justice. I will not be silenced anymore, and I will not stop speaking up about this until we all receive justice. Below, I will also be linking Natalia Taylor's video, as well as Taylor Lynn's GoFundMe for lawsuit support. I will also be linking the stories of other survivors and other videos pertaining to the situation. Anna Campbell, I will no longer be silenced or apologetic for betraying you. You have no more power over me,
Good
and I
for her.
sincerely hope that you get the help that you need.
Man, well, this is embarrassing. You can see, like, all of my recommendations. But yeah, so that's Maddie's story. Just the fact that she was a child, the fact that she was 16 at the time that she started following Anna, and Anna, like, flew her out to spend the weekend with her is 100% inappropriate, and everything else that followed. Like, every interaction they had is not okay. Anna is fully taking advantage of her influence and using it to harm people, to cause harm. Kiki said, I'm so proud of Maddie's strength getting through the situation and coming forward now, along with the other survivors, of course. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Like, I'm sure she was scared because, sorry, I got distracted by another comment I saw. I'm sure she was, because she'd followed Anna for so long and given her so much money and, like, valued this relationship with her. And now she has to realize, like, hey, this stuff's not appropriate. And the thought of, like, Anna threatening suicide to her and still deciding to speak out, like, that takes a lot of strength. Audrey said, can we stop with the pedos on YouTube? Right? I don't even understand. I don't understand this thread. I don't understand this theme of all these people being inappropriate with minors. And then James Charles posted a video today, like, coming back in open conversation. I don't know. I didn't watch it. But I'm just like, can we just not? Can we stop? Could this just come to an end? Yeah, Rihanna said she has over 405,000 subscribers. She has a big audience. She really does. Aussie footy fan said, why is it all these big YouTubers turning out to be horrible people? I don't know. And, like, the thing is that when people were asking me to talk about it, I was like, I don't know what commentary I can give other than this is gross and it's not okay. So I'm glad that, because that's all I'm going to continue saying is, like, this is not okay. Mentally, I don't understand how you justify this. So I'm glad Maddie put out her video, so we had a chance to watch that. And then, let's watch Natalia's video. That I will say, I cried. The first time I watched this, I cried so hard. Just thinking about the fear that Kaylee must have felt. Because, again, that's a common theme of Anna, is dating girls who are significantly younger than her. And it's one of those things where if, like, somebody who's 18 is dating somebody who's 25, that's a pretty significant difference, especially since Anna has been on YouTube so long and makes her own money and, like, has a certain level of YouTube fame compared to two, like, average Joes dating who are 28 and 35. Like, the life stages that you are at are so different when you're comparing the two. It's just wild to me. Kiki said, I relate with being a teenager and feeling the pressure of keeping an adult online friend from committing suicide. It's unbearable. I can't imagine that pressure coming from a person with a platform. Ugh. I just feel so bad for her. Kat M said, so much manipulation. It's actually really disgusting. So proud of these young ladies because speaking up against a public figure is really hard and she has them feeling they are in the wrong. Sad. Yeah. Aussie footy fan said she gives off Onision vibes by flying out minor fans. Onision did too. Yeah. Like, move my foot. I keep starting lives, like, sitting on my feet, full well knowing they're going to fall asleep. Rihanna said Natalia has a new video with the survivors. Yeah, that's the one I'm going to watch. Or that we're going to watch. Marmaduke Scarlett said, my theory is that YouTube attracts narcissistic types. What are you saying, Marmaduke? Just kidding. That is not the same as saying they have NPD. They like having undivided attention of an audience. For sure. Yeah. Cassidy said, I had a friend whose partner kept threatening suicide, and we talked about how he couldn't control what they did, made a plan to contact emergency services if they threatened it. Yeah. That's all you really can do, because you can't control anybody. And of course, like, you don't want somebody to hurt themselves, but you can't be held hostage by a threat like that. Like, you can't keep yourself in an unsafe situation or a situation that's toxic to you because they're threatening that. And it sounds cold. It's like, well, I can't control what you do, but at the end of the day, like, you have to look out for your own safety. So that's really all you can do, is like make a plan for if something happens. Okay, so we're gonna watch Natalia Taylor's video, and of course, like, they're gonna go into their own stories, but Natalia Taylor dated Anna a long time ago. They both did drugs together. It got really dark and just really rough. And like last year, Natalia posted her drug addiction story and talking about all the bad experiences she had, and how she like has been recovering and all of that. And then shortly after, Anna posted her own drug addiction story, but it felt odd to me because in it she kind of like still glamorized drugs and talked about how she was just so fascinated by drugs, and like that's all she wanted to think about and learn about, and how she hadn't been clean very long. And you know, of course, everybody's sobriety journey is going to be different, but it just felt like an odd video that she kept glamorizing things. And again, that's something that a lot of the exes have in common, is that Anna introduced them to drugs, or they engaged in behavior that was uncharacteristic of them before they met Anna, after they got into a relationship surrounding drugs. So let's give this a watch. Again, trigger warning, because I cried watching it. I'm probably gonna cry again. And it looks like they're doing a donation or a fundraiser for this one. It's going to Global Recovery Initiatives Foundation. That's great. And they've raised over $3,000. Awesome. Okay. Let's get into it. Oh, and the other reason I wanted to watch this one is because there's screenshots in here that I wanted to read from Anna. They're just giving written trigger warnings.
This video is for anyone who is a survivor of abuse, male or female, publicly or private.
So I'm not sure if anybody needs this, but left to right, it's Taylor Lynn, Natalia Taylor, and Kaylee Jade. Kaylee is Anna's most recent ex.
Online or offline, you are not just a victim. We are survivors. Anna Campbell has publicly used her platform as a weapon against us and many others. Anna Campbell glorified and fantasized the use of hard drugs in our relationships and to her young viewers. Anna Campbell, time and time again, has threatened suicide to us to prevent us from speaking out. We are survivors. Anna Campbell claims to be a mental health care professional, but was aware that I fell into a drug-induced psychosis while in a relationship with her. Anna Campbell filmed videos of me.
That's gotta be so terrifying. Like, so terrifying, especially thinking about the fact that, like, you're with your romantic partner who claims to be super knowledgeable and, like, super responsible when it comes to all this stuff, and then you go into a drug-induced psychosis, and you are not given help.
Using hard drugs without my knowledge or permission.
And sent them to me while I was still in high school, glamorizing the use of hard drugs. This was 5 years ago.
While she was still in high school.
Without my knowledge, Anna Campbell was sexting with minors while in a relationship with me.
So, that one, ooh.
With minors.
So this is from Maddie. It says, Nat, are you still here, Nat? Anna, your girl is in here. Anna's here. And then I'm assuming Natalia said Maddie Bean, and then Anna said, did I hear something about effing? Olive Thunderbird said, this video is so heartbreaking. I hope all of Anna's victims gain healing and peace.
While in a
Absolutely.
relationship with me. Anna...
This is in a group chat. The Anna's a-holes. I'm still gonna try and censor myself a little bit. Anna's a-holes, and in it at the bottom she says, only if I can spank you hard. And again, this is a chat that minors are in. Aussie Footy fan said, my ex was a psychologist and it was the most toxic relationship. He used psychology against me and destroyed me, so it doesn't matter if they're in the mental health field. Ugh, I am so sorry that you went through that. But you're right, it doesn't matter. Like, people in the mental health field can still just do terrible things and not look out for people's best interest and the interests of their mental health.
Also sent explicit photos to a group chat of young fans.
Somebody in this chat said, the tweet says, one of my followers was 15 when this happened, and somebody said, Anna, F me, and she said, hard. And then the original person said, yeah, real hard, like, I won't know it, I'll die. And she said, yes, babe.
Young as 12 years old. After breaking up with Anna Campbell to get help for my addiction.
Rihanna said James Charles energy, for sure.
And mental illness, she kicked a milkshake in my face all over my living room in front of YouTuber Ali Hardesty. Anna Campbell took this photo of my body where you can clearly see it was decaying from my drug addiction.
That's what she did to me. Like, I have that same photo of my body just gone.
Anna then threatened suicide, locked herself in her room, where I had to put a hole in the door in an attempt to save her. I called the police to the scene, and I paid for the door's repair. After we had broken up, Anna Campbell influenced her followers to bully me while I was receiving treatment for my psychosis and drug addiction. Anna Campbell bullied me publicly and privately while I was under psychosis and
Chantal Clark Thomas said, I cry every time I see Kaylee cry. I'm like holding it back because Kaylee's so young, like so young. I'm pretty sure she was either 18 or 19. I think 18 when she started dating Anna, who was in her mid to late 20s and in an abusive relationship with her. Like, that's just what we're gonna call it because that's what Kaylee's calling it. And Kaylee has shown video evidence of Anna, like, breaking things in their home and running around screaming, saying, don't come in here, Kaylee, as she's breaking stuff. Like, that is abuse. And so thinking about how scared she must have been, it gets me. Like, it really gets me. Olive Thunderbird said, Natalia is so matter-of-fact about everything, so proud of her. For sure. Like, literally, she's like, this is what it is. This is what happened. And I'm proud that, like, they're all together, and I feel like Natalia has enough distance from it that she can kind of guide at least Kaylee. I know Taylor and Anna have been kind of done for a while, so maybe Taylor can take part in that too, but really helping Kaylee get through it.
Unable to defend myself. Anna also created a false narrative about my sexuality online without my permission.
Yeah, it's good to be with someone that knows they're gay.
So she said it's good to be with someone that knows they're gay. I'm assuming that Natalia is not gay, bisexual, or I don't know. I'm assuming bisexual. So Anna apparently just put that out there without Natalia's permission.
For me, it has been 4 years, and Anna Campbell is still harassing me privately, sending me harassing messages.
This is what I wanted to read. So this is from Anna, saying, your channel is dying and you hate it. I know you. I don't know if you believe me, but I still know you, and I know it's killing you. I'm watching you turn back into Natalia Taylor when you're effing freaking Ashley. You don't make videos about your dad anymore, bro. It destroyed you, which is disgusting. So if anybody who doesn't know, Natalia's dad kidnapped her when she was a child. Why you would bring that up, I have no idea, other than for the sole intent of hurting somebody. Like, what are you doing? This isn't who you are, and it's sad to watch. You're doing it because your channel is dying, and I know you so well that I see it. You're not who you used to be. For sure, she's not. Like, she's grown. She's grown since you knew her. Like,
about my childhood kidnapping.
She also said, if you're still about God like you say you are, you have a heart and you know what you did was wrong. Channel your inner Christian and realize when you make a mistake, you need to apologize for it. I'm not a predator, Ashley, and you broke me because of this. It won't stop. Excuse me. These are from January of 2021. I really hope you read these and realized what your words did to me. I've apologized to you personally and publicly over and over again for everything that happened between us, and you don't even realize how much teaming up with Taylor has hurt me. Who cares? Like, I'm sorry. I try to maintain a level of, like, empathy and being like, oh, I can see where people are coming from. You were abusive according to them, because, again, I don't want to get in legal trouble. According to Natalia and Taylor, you were abusive to them. So you don't get to be hurt when they connect over a shared trauma. You don't. Like, I understand you both bond of religion and God, and I respect that and all your views, but for someone who is all about God, I don't think he'd appreciate you.
And religion. Anna.
Oh, it got cut off, but that was like, it got cut off. I don't think he'd appreciate you. Something. But, like, don't use somebody's religion against them when you were the one who hurt them in the first place. Aussie footy fan said, narcissists never change. That's why they bring up you changed. Yes, normal people change. Narcissists never do because they live in their own bubble. For sure. That's the perfect way to put it. Rihanna said, manipulative AF. Olive Thunderbird said, thank you for reading the screenshots. I'm doing chores while I listen. Of course. No problem. I know it's so, I like when people read out the screenshots because I'm always doing something else when I'm watching YouTube videos. So I gotta like wipe off my hands if I'm doing the dishes and be like, wait, what did it say? I got you.
Anna taught us how to use drugs. I accept responsibility.
Anna taught all of them how to use drugs.
I accept responsibility.
I accept responsibility
For participating in our own drug use. But we are proud to say, we have gotten help.
and I have started my journey to recovery.
We made the change. Anna Campbell, you are the common denominator. But we are here today to show that recovery is possible for you and for anyone. Anyone suffering with mental illness, drug addiction, or abuse can get help by following the links in the description. No one is too far gone, and it's never too late to get help. We are survivors.
Anna Campbell blackmailed.
So this message says, also be careful what else you say about me because it's the freaking men for $400 in Michigan for me. Like having sex with men and $400? Or for $400 in Michigan for me. And you had the nerve to say, and sorry, Kaylee, but I can't... Wait. And sorry, Kaylee, but I can make way more than $10,000 without taking off my clothes again. $400, Taylor? Come on. I thought you could make more than Kaylee. You couldn't have asked for $10K? What? Okay, so this is from Anna to Taylor. Also, be careful what else you say about me because it's the having sex with men for $400 in Michigan for me, and you had the nerve to say, and sorry, Kaylee, but I can make way more than $10,000 without taking my clothes off. Again, $400, Taylor? Come on, I thought you could make more than Kaylee. You couldn't have asked for $10K? Okay, so basically just shaming her about sex work.
Me and threatened suicide to keep me silent. She also went on Instagram Live and in her own words said, watch this be the last live you ever see of me, and you know who to blame.
Why does everyone saying get off live? Because I want to show people that Taylor's actually...
This is something that I have seen over and over again, is Anna going on Instagram Live and just being so highly emotional. And when people are saying, like, hey, take a minute, like, get off live, like, take care of yourself, she uses it as a way to, like, threaten people and say, okay, I'll get off. This will be the last time you'll see me. Why should I get off? I want people to know what they're doing to me. I want people to see what they did to me. And it's like, no, like, the people who are watching you are concerned for you. You should not be on an Instagram Live like this. This is not how a responsible adult or responsible person with 400,000 YouTube subscribers acts. you need to rein it in. She might not want to see herself as like, I don't know, a professional or an influencer or somebody that people look up to, but people do. And this is not healthy behavior to exhibit to your fans.
Fucking driving me crazy. Like, fine, then get off live. Get off live. Watch this be the last fucking live you ever see me. Get off. Get off. And you know who to fucking blame? End it.
Look how scared Kaylee looks in that. Like, she just is sitting there not knowing what to do. C said, especially the friends she weaponized against Taylor, they went against her, telling her to leave Anna alone, but didn't see anything wrong with Anna trying to get her information, address, etc.
Campbell weaponized my own friends against me. Anna Campbell thought I was sending subliminal messages to Kaylee, so she threatened to key my car.
What is that? Okay, so it says, what are you about to see is a text conversation between Anna Campbell and Maddie, parentheses, Flynn. You will see Anna and Flynn threatening physical violence and vehicle vandalization. This is very disturbing. Audrey said, after a person acts a certain way on live, they should be barred from ever going on live again. Kat M said, gaslighting is a word very overused right now, but this behavior isn't too far from the old example of rearranging furniture and insisting you're crazy and denying they've moved anything. 100% abuse. Yeah. Cassidy said, it's like when you want to write an angry email or text, but instead you take a step back and realize that isn't appropriate. Exactly. I get, like, being mad, getting worked up, wanting to go on a live and pop off, but you need to rein yourself back and say, is this a productive use of my time? Like, is this something that's going to accomplish what I want? No? Maybe don't do it. So, in this, these are messages from Anna. And it says, Carly moved to redacted, right? Do you think that's where Taylor moved to? I'm 2 seconds from driving there. You want to meet me? I'm done playing. It's an 11-hour drive. I'd be there in the early morning. Perfect. I'm done. She pushed me too far. And then the other person says, I'm dead. Ha ha ha, dude. I know. I want to sock her so bad. But okay, but IDK where she lives now for real. Anna said, I'm not kidding. And then Maddie or Flynn said, what's going on? She tweeting, question mark. Anna said, dude, I just want to fudge her up. But she had said, he rip, and then said, her up, I can't deal with this. She won't leave me alone. I've never wanted to fight someone so bad. I relapsed with cutting, not blaming her. I just can't cope. I'm going crazy. She's draining me of who I am as a person. I feel like I'm not even me anymore, and it's because of her. No. Like, you don't get to do that after you've hurt somebody. Like, when they come back at you and confront you about it, you don't get to blame them. Oh, you're tearing me apart. You're draining me of who I am because you're calling me out on what I did to you. You don't get to. Audrey said, all I can think about is Shane Dawson's live reacting to Tati's video. That was ridiculous. But yeah, like, I'm like, you're scrambling, dude. You have nothing here. And then Maddie said, you can't control others, but you can control how you react. Don't forget. Don't look at her stuff anymore. Like a fan, an underage fan, giving this advice. Anna said, Anna says BS like this, but we'll go on YouTube and be like, I cried because I killed a bug. I'm such an empath. I feel like so many people, the majority of people who say they're an empath literally are not. They're just, like, highly emotional and then blame it on being an empath. And it's like, no, you're volatile, actually. But anyway, back to the messages. Don't look at her stuff anymore. Completely cut her out. You can't give her your energy anymore, or something bad will happen. That energy you are putting into her should go into you. Good advice. And then Anna said, she made another video. It will never stop. The person said, big yikes, LMAO. Anna said, do you know where she moved to? They literally just said they don't. I think it's time for her car to get smashed up, TBH. She said I'm dead to her and RIP, and I'm nothing but a ghost. She wants to see a ghost. She'll see a ghost when she tries to figure out what effed up her car.
The second day that I met Anna Campbell, she supplied drugs to me to the point I needed hospitalized. I was 18. Instead of...
Why are you giving 18-year-olds drugs? Like, 18-year-old fans. Or, I don't know if Taylor was a fan, but why are you giving 18-year-olds drugs? That's so irresponsible. I mean, do whatever you want with your life. Like, you do you. I'm not gonna... Whatever. Like, if you want to do drugs, Anna, you do drugs. But why are you giving drugs to 18-year-olds? Is there a justification for that? I don't think so.
Getting me the medical attention that I needed, Ali Hardesty and Anna Campbell both took a picture instead. Anna Campbell used her platform to spread rumors that I was a prostitute, abused my animals, and did drugs that I did not do. Anna also asked Ali Harding, a large TikToker with over 1 million followers, to invalidate my sexual assault, which led to threats and harassment for over a month.
In the following video, you see TikToker Ali Harding invalidating sexual assault publicly and bullying a victim to stay silent. If you did not know, Taylor has accused Anna of rape.
Because this girl can't keep her fucking mouth shut. Like, Taylor, if you're still obsessed with Anna, just say so. This girl has accused Anna of so many fucking things that are not true. They're not fucking true. And literally will not stop talking about her. Will not stop. Anna's mental health is, like, not good right now. Clearly. And this girl will keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And
Sorry, you don't get to, like, use poor mental health as a reason for people not to call you on your crap. You just don't. Like, Audrey said, I'm not an empath. I'm just socially anxious, so I'm constantly gauging people's reactions and emotions, so I'm almost unhealthily aware of them. Oh, gosh. I feel like that's a very common thing. Sia said, oh, this girl triggered me so hard. It's just not okay. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand the thought of, like, defending somebody like this, but...
I'm a huge advocate for mental health, as 90% of you know. And then this girl uses my sound, as if I'm not friends with Anna. Taylor, Anna has begged you time and time again to keep your fucking mouth shut. Asked you not to talk about her anymore. You won't stop. So fuck you.
Anna Campbell tried coercing me to be sexual with her in order to exploit me on her OnlyFans. When I relapsed with self-harm, Anna Campbell used it as a form of manipulation during a moment of weakness the next day. Anna Campbell punched my friend in the face for trying to take Xanax away from her. Anna Campbell was sending me explicit photos, videos, and texts while I was still in high school and she was 25. Anna has a psychology degree but told me and me that we were faking our mental illnesses. Anna let out her aggression towards me and our belongings. Anna Campbell raped me.
Anna Campbell messaged me when I was 18 years old. The first day we met, she provided...
18 years old. Aussie Footy fan said, imagine if Anna giving drugs had killed them. I'm sure she gave a lot of people not experienced with drugs. Oh, I'm sure. I am sure she did, because we got at least 2 of them right here.
Provided me with so much drugs that we both ended up in the ER and had to be hospitalized.
The first day they met. Like, at what point, Anna, do you think, maybe this is not a great idea? And again, I get it. Like, the road to sobriety is not an easy one. But at least, like, think about the other person. If you are going to continue to do drugs or you're struggling in your addiction and you know how hard it is, why would you want to put somebody else in that same position?
Anna preyed on my innocence and my inexperience.
Anna said, you were saying at the hotel you didn't want to have sex because you don't want to be like that rebound lay, which I get, but it's way past that point by now. You're nothing even close to a rebound. You never were, but at the same time, if you think I need more time, then I understand and respect that and will wait until you feel like the time is right. But if you ever feel like you want to get fudge, I'm sorry, I just can't do it on camera. I can't say the words. To the point where your body is shaking and you're digging your nails into me, then you just let me know. 25 years old to an 18-year-old. Cassidy said, it seems like a pattern that she was a lot of these people's first real relationship and introduced them to drugs. I mean, that's how it would appear. That's how it looks to me. She wants to deny it. I'm like, oh, I don't go after younger girls, but explain this.
Was sex when I was freshly 18 years old. She was 26. Anna Campbell exploited my body for her OnlyFans. It was never her. It was always my body that she sold on her OnlyFans for her thousands of subscribers to see my body. It was always me. Anna Campbell cheated on me with a man.
There's a video of Anna, like, making out with another guy.
The following day, I attempted suicide, and I ended up in a psych ward.
And then publicly blamed me for Kaylee's hospitalization.
I was hospitalized for overdosing on
That is just so traumatic. Ugh.
Xanax. When I was discharged, a few days later, I went over to Anna Campbell's house, and she supplied me with more Xanax. Anna Campbell physically assaulted me by throwing me to the ground, pinning my
It's photos of bruises all over her legs.
arms. Do you see my hand? I'm like, ooh. Y'all, you don't know how scary that moment was.
I know, baby, I know.
Threw me to the ground, got on top of me, and restrained my wrist. I took photo evidence of my bruises, and Anna Campbell still to this day.
That has to be so scary, right? I mean, of course, violence of any kind, especially like domestic violence, is incredibly scary because that's somebody that you love, and you don't want somebody that you love to hurt you, but they are. And it just kind of makes me think about in our foster care classes, one of the like modules that we had to do online was about abuse and like children who've gone through abuse or neglect and all that stuff. And they say that like kids who are taken away because of that have a really hard time in foster care because they love their parents. They love them so much and they want to be with them. Like, they just want the abuse to end and they want to go home. And I think about that even as an adult. You think like, well, I still love this person. I just don't want them to hit me anymore. And it's got to be so confusing. Kiki Ha said it's so hard to get thoughts together because every step of the way through this recounting is so heartbreaking, just nonstop cruelty from Anna. Yeah. Marmaduke Scarlet said, worse and worse. This is just dreadful. It's really terrible. Yeah, Marmaduke Scarlet said, and they love the abuser, and that's so common.
Dave denies the abuse.
If you're not watching and can't see the caption, it's Anna saying, how did I let myself put my hands on you?
When I tried to leave Anna, she decided that she was going to take orange juice and throw it all over my belongings, destroying everything that I had. And I was the one who cleaned up the mess and paid for all of my belongings damaged.
We are survivors. We stand together. We are not alone. We are here to represent all survivors, including Mads, Drew, and any other young fans included in the AA and NN group chats. We stand by all other influencers affected: Marina Joyce, Andrea Russett, Leah Marie Johnson, Colin Berry, and Sierra Watts. Anna Campbell used and preyed on her young fans, claiming they were her therapist and exploiting their unconditional support. Anna threatened Sierra Watts in person in a hotel room to put her in a psych ward with her psychology degree.
Says, what you're about to see is Anna publicly admitting to threatening to bash Sierra Watts' head in. You can't make this stuff up.
Funny how the tables turn. Karma is a bitch, and be careful who you fuck with. Honestly, she's gonna get hurt. I'm talking about this bitch right now in front of 1,700 people. Yeah, they know that she exposed me. This is my mother. I'm like, Mom, did she not expose my sexuality online? Yeah. Like, wait, don't say anything. Get up, shut the door. I know. My mom goes, don't let me say anything. Stop playing the victim. You fucked up. Own up to it. I will admit that maybe I fucked up when I said I wanted to smash her head, and maybe it wasn't the correct word choice.
And spread rumors that Sierra Watts is schizophrenic. Anna Campbell used microaggressions against Colin Berry, a black man.
This is another thing I wanted to talk about because Colin recently put out a video, and I'm gonna after this processes tonight, I'm gonna put links to a bunch of different videos that I've watched regarding the situation, including Colin's. But he recently put out a video about how when he was speaking about his experience with Tana and Tana being microaggressive towards him, Anna was downplaying it and being like, oh, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that you're wrong, I'm just saying maybe you took it wrong or maybe you misunderstood, and then sent him really inflammatory messages and was like, please don't share these with anybody. And he was like, yeah, you're sitting here crying, threatening suicide, of course I'm not going to do that, why would I share that? And then she went on Twitter and was like, Colin won't share these, but I think you should know what he's doing to me. And, put him out there. And he's like, I don't care if they go out. I just thought you were in a rough spot, and so I said I wasn't going to share them. She said her own mom enabling her in that live. For sure. Cassidy said she had absolutely no power to put someone in a psych ward just because you have a psychology degree. If anyone ever says that to any of you, please know that's not true. 100%. Olive Thunderbird said, I don't understand how this behavior has been public and no one has said anything about it. I don't know. I mean, I remember watching Taylor's video last year and watching Anna's responses and Natalia Taylor's videos and stuff like that. And so I think maybe just because it's so many different elements, but I do wish that bigger channels were talking about it, because I can talk about it, but I have 9,000 subscribers. Imagine if Petty Page talked about it, or Smokey Glow, how much attention that would get. And then I will also link Taylor's GoFundMe to raise legal funds down below after. Imagine how many donations she could get to actually get justice in a court of law for what happened to her. But yeah, Anna tweeted, I was dead ASS trying to get both Tana and Jordan to understand that because of his personal experience with Tana, he came to that conclusion, and even though they take it as lies, it's not a lie to him. I was trying to get them to see that. When I said it's not a lie to him, I was saying I was not calling Colin delusional WTF. Tana said she was sad because of all the lies, and I said it's not a lie to him, as in he experienced it even though they think it's lies. It's true in his interpretation, and it's truth in his interpretation and reality. That's you calling him delusional. It's truth in his interpretation and reality. Okay.
To invalidate.
C said they've been tweeting about it, but I think it's all kind of about the Gabby views right now. It is. And, never mind. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut on that. Yep, it is. Gabby Anna is taking center stage right now.
His racist experience with Tana Mojo. We are survivors. Anna Campbell has stated she no longer wants to address this publicly. Well, we are here to correct the false narrative you created about us publicly.
It said help is out there. They have the sexual assault and drug abuse and suicide prevention hotline numbers and additional links in the description. So, those are their stories. Oh, this is wiggling on camera. Yeah, those are their stories. That's Maddie's story. There's no other, there's nothing to say about it. It's not like anybody can come on here and defend it. Marmaduke Scarlet said, Sloan made a video which has nearly 500,000 views. I've watched Sloan's videos on this. Thought he was a little bit mean and saying, like, everybody's going to Anna's OnlyFans for Kaylee. Like, nobody would pay to see Anna's body. I was like, that's kind of shady. But what you're talking about is still very important. So I'm glad Sloan made 2 videos, I think, so far. Yeah, it's definitely an important topic to talk about. And Rihanna said Repzion and Ready to Glare said they'll be covering it. That's good. It'll be good to get somebody like so big actually talking about it and just bringing more attention to it, because that'll be good for Taylor's case for sure. I felt bad because I saw an Instagram live of Kaylee where she was like, I can't like take Anna to court. I'm not strong like Taylor. Like, Taylor's so strong and I just can't do it. And I just hope that Kaylee keeps like getting better, keeps improving, keeps recovering. Again, I can't imagine how scary it was for her, the fact that, this was the other thing, because Anna talked about this in a video that she recently posted, and Sloan mentioned it, where Kaylee was getting some profits from the OnlyFans, but there was a point where Anna had just said, like, can I stop paying you so I can pay for you to have the best birthday ever? And when Kaylee was like, yeah, I guess, and then later went back and said, like, I wish she had just given me the money, because then I could have paid. Oh, okay. Audrey said, hold up, is that actually Allie Harding? I guess so. But yeah, she was like, I wish that she would have just given me the money and I could have bought myself that robe. And I was like, do you realize how ungrateful you sound? I did all of these things for you, all of these incredibly expensive things. Like, they're so expensive. I spent thousands of dollars on your birthday. And it's like, you did that with her money, though. Like, yeah, I'm sure she wouldn't have made as much as you spent on the trip if you're claiming that, you spent way more than you would have given her for her money. But, like, you can't say, I want to keep the money that I agreed I would pay you in order to do something nice for you, because it's not quite how that works. Oh, Allie said, I've talked about my part on TikTok. Yeah, it's me. I've made my apologies. Well, that's really great to hear that you've made your apologies. You've been hearing all sides. I don't have TikTok, so I have not seen it. But I feel like I need to get on it because so much of this stuff goes down on TikTok. But thank you so much for popping in, Allie, and sharing that you're hearing all sides and you have made an apology. That's really awesome. But that's pretty much all I've got for this video, guys. If there's anything else you want to share, feel free. Again, I don't really know how much of this can be commentary. Like, it's just people who have been hurt sharing their stories and getting more attention to it. Again, I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody. I don't want Anna to, like, I don't know. I just want, like, the appropriate justice to happen. I just want people who have been hurt by her to get justice, and I want Anna to recognize that these patterns of behavior are not okay and she needs to change. Like, I get that her taking accountability would would involve admitting to really heinous things and potentially criminal things, but at the same time, you need to accept the things that you have done in order to change. Like, you need to accept things in your past and harm that you have caused people so you don't hurt anybody else, so you can make better changes and move forward, because this isn't something that you just change. Like, Kona said, oh my gosh, I can't believe I basically missed it. I'm so sorry, Kona. I'm literally, like, about to pop off. Or hop off, not pop off. So Cassie said, I also don't have TikTok because it can be so toxic at times. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm just like, there's a lot of toxic stuff on there, but also I know, like, I literally just know that I would waste so much time on TikTok, so I don't go on there. But it feels like a lot of stuff goes down over there, so maybe I'll have to get one. I don't know. But that is all I've got, you guys. Again, on Sunday, there will be a poll, not a poll, but like a community post going up on my community tab. So if you guys have any additional topics you want to talk about next Friday, go ahead and leave them there. I will be putting different petitions and links to certain videos so you can get additional information in a pinned comment later tonight. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be kind to people. Consider liking this video or subscribing to my channel if you have not already. And if you're subscribed already, thank you so much. I am so appreciative of you. And I will see you in the next one. Audrey said, B just randomly popping off at the end. All in favor, say aye. Y'all are funny. Too funny. All right, you guys. I will see you. Thank you for joining in the chat. I see a lot of people saying thank you for covering this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating and engaging in what little conversation we could have. I know this is a tough topic, so thank you everybody for being respectful and hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, you guys.